Oh, yeah, it's time for the smooth, refreshing sounds of the soapbox.
Soapbox. A
February,
mixed media after hours.
it's not February, it's December 10th.
Welcome to February, guys.
We've already got somebody in the comments. I'm going to guess I know who that is. It's DK.
DK. Man, I saw the Gap font. That thing looks horrible. That Helvetica.
Wynn was yelling at the TDL episode about the Hawkeye hate early on. She asked him if we could be on, and then later she took it back. Honestly, so hey, by the way, DK, we did not we had a guest booked for next week, but they canceled on me yesterday. I do have some feelers out for other ones, but would she be interested in being on the show? Just because it would be nice to have somebody who is a fan. I like to do kind of a equal representation. So that's why I had Oliver, because I thought he'd be fun because of the hate. But it's not to say that we don't ever want somebody on the show that also really loves Hawkeye. So if this is the episode to have Win on, that would be hilarious and adorable, because I think she is the biggest Hawkeye fan I know, and we'd be happy to have her. And if you have to come too, that's fine, I guess. Yeah. we'll let that. It'll take a minute for that response to come through. But that was hilarious. Oliver went to go get another shot because he thinks we should do another one during this episode. I don't know if you have more available for you, Frank.
I put my ramekins away.
Oh,
Put them in
okay.
the sink already.
All right.
I guess
fine.
I could just get a bottle of something real quick.
It's fine.
I'll go get a shot when Oliver comes back, so that you're not bantering alone. Yeah.
Yeah. She wouldn't go on herself thinking. She could do it. Oh, by herself. You probably is what you meant. It would be fun. And if it could be the two of you together. We could have two people on one screen. It'd be funny. Two people, one screen.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. That'd be good. Yeah. I mean, if you're all down with it, yeah.
And then when she passes out, you just stay on to bite the bullet and defend Hawkeye with your life, because
that's what she would want.
Because that's what she would want. And also, can we be real? Like, is WandaVision's better than this show, right?
Tentative, yes.
I think it is, right?
Tentatively,
I'm asking because I don't know yet for sure, but I think it is.
We got to see how this one ends.
And it's not to say that I don't like Hawkeye. It's that I'm meh on Hawkeye. You know,
I think the show has WandaVision had a lot of craft to it.
It had a lot of craft, and man, did it get us like theorizing like crazy. Oh man, you were fun back then when the drafts.
Remember those days?
And the sailboats and all those things.
No, all that stuff's not invalid though. Like that stuff.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying, like, what does Hawkeye get you to get out of you? You're just like, yeah, the LARPers. There's LARPers in it. There's
Dracula,
LARPers.
Sweet.
There's Draculas. Yeah, we get Frank saying Dracula every week every week. You know,
tons of Draculas.
Yeah, I hope we should have a guest. We should have Dracula on one of these episodes before the show ends.
Yeah, put them on. Put them.
Yeah. So, Oliver, welcome back. We're on the soapbox now. We're talking with our patron DK, who's saying that Wynn was very much considering being on the show until we kept hating on Hawkeye the whole episode. and now she's like, I don't want to be on the show. But she's not going to be yelling at her. I think
it would ruin her image.
It wouldn't ruin her image. I think the opposite would be we want that point of view that really likes Hawkeye, and we want somebody on the show that can talk about it, because it's about getting that different types of point of views all the time.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say, to get that alternate perspective of why it's good and why I think it's good. I mean, I think it's cute. Like I'm enjoying it. You guys might scoff, but I'm generally enjoying it more than Winter Soldier. I mean, not Falcon and Winter Soldier or whatever the shit it's called.
Wow, because we were just talking about how it might be worse than WandaVision.
Yeah,
that's what we were talking about before you got here.
You know, I think it's okay. Like I thought.
And by worse, I don't mean bad. I don't mean bad. I really don't. I think that the show runs long in the tooth at times. Yes. I think this was meant to be a 2-hour movie that would have been a nice tight 2-hour movie, but they're just stretching it into a 6-hour or 5-hour or 4-hour experience.
Like honestly,
Now
Falcon and Winter Soldier, like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Win thinks you're her favorite now. All of a sudden. Win has definitely been drinking with us. Now,
That's good.
In the spirit of Win still being awake, I want to do two things. One, I'm gonna eat this nugget that I promised. I promise you, I wiped Apollo all over this thing, but this is a cold nugget at this point.
It's not going to stick then.
It's definitely on this, but it is a breaded nugget, so like the bread kind of sops up a lot of that, that
I want to see some bread.
But I'm gonna eat this. I mean, dude, there was a lot of sauce on this plate, and it's
all right. Let's see it before you.
Plate is.
I see both sides.
I want to see it glowing like Pulp Fiction.
It's not glowing, but
like Jules' soul.
Yeah, like Jules' soul, or was it?
It's on there.
Okay.
It's on there.
It's the same color as the nugget. You can't even tell.
I'm gonna eat. No, there is red on there. It's just redder than. See, it's lighter on this side. It's a lighter color on this side.
We'll get both sides. Flip it around.
I ran out of sauce. I did do the other side first. But I'm gonna eat this, and then once I eat this, I'm prepared to do another shot to help with the pain. So I'm gonna eat this now. Yes. Here it goes. Oh, it's so cold. It's cold and hot.
He's another as he throws it down.
More, Lindsay,
another.
Ah, you saying? Give me another Shane. That wasn't so bad, Shane.
Man. Yeah, see that's I think that's why I like WandaVision better, because I like 20s gangsters better than Romanian or Russian gangsters, Russian mob.
You like the 20s accent, and then the Sokovian accent completely is gone. Just gone.
Just whenever she feels like it, she'll just bring it back. It's like whatever.
Comes back in.
There's actual little crispy pieces of pepper from the sauce that are.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Her accent's like an outdoor cat, just comes and goes as it pleases, disappears for a few days, comes back.
It wants to go, and then like you open the door to let it go, and then it just stays.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to get it to go.
All right. Bottoms up. I need to drink this. Oh, burping.
Burping. Let me go get some more of my drink. I'll be right back.
Hard liquor does not go good with spicy. It just kind of. She's a poor man's widow with accents. It just in terms of just accents. Well, I feel like Natasha lost her accent a long time ago. It's like she doesn't even do it anymore. She just speaks English.
Oh, you're right. Hard liquor.
No, hard liquor's bad.
Oh.
Yeah, hard liquor is not good with spicy.
I've never done hard liquor with. My mouth is watering now.
Yeah,
I was actually fine before the liquor. Oh, my mouth is like completely filling with water.
I mean, that might help.
The hard liquor made it so much worse. That's probably why they never drink hard liquor.
Just
on
like Echo.
Yes.
Whew. Apparently, Nat can speak any language without an accent, says DK and Win.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think we talked about that, right?
Yeah, I think that's one of Nat's powers that Ricky would object to.
He doesn't like it when people are able to do things.
He was really pissed about Echo being able to function in normal society.
He's all, that deaf person can't do stuff.
Even more so, function better than most people in society.
Yeah.
I mean, the past few years has shown us what America really is. So, Echo can definitely function better than most people in this society.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely shown our mettle for sure.
Give her a chance, though. I think I want to believe that this character is going to be cool. I just don't think she's going to be cool in Hawkeye.
Yeah, kind of like a John Walker. He's
I
not cool.
thought he kind of was cool though. He was cool in the sense that he was
Who's John
so
Walker?
U.S. agent.
He's the bad the
yeah,
white.
He was so fun to hate though. He was so fun to hate.
Yeah, he was good. He was a good like foil.
Yeah, but let's just spend a whole episode fixing a boat. Like
I'm gonna
episode
mute
8.
myself really quick and blow my nose because hard liquor's bad for
Cleared
a
out.
hot sauce.
Yeah, I'll spend an episode fixing the boat, talking about stuff.
Episode like 8, like the second to last or third to last episode, when everything's supposed to be like arcing. Let's just slow it down and fix this damn boat.
Yeah, I disagreed with that comment at first, but then I think after watching it again, I've been watching it with my kid, and I agree. I agree that the pacing's off. I think it should have been done episode 2 or 3. Should have been the hard part.
Yeah, exactly. Episode 2, 3 to get that, but obviously that wouldn't have corresponded with their.
The problem is like it actually.
Wednesday.
Good night, Win.
Oh,
I hope you just drank with us a minute ago and did hot sauce because, oh fuck. But I was gonna say, I think the pacing worked because they had done everything they could at that point in the story, and Falcon's friend said sometimes the only thing you can do is wait for the next thing to do. So like it worked in the story in that there was. What else were they supposed to do at that point?
I agree that it works in the context of the story or the context of what they've set up, but yeah. I disagree that it works as a entertaining piece of media.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I was entertained by it, but like for me, I saw it as the Rocky montage before the big fight.
Sure. Yeah. I do agree with that. It just didn't play as well. At least
but it was a whole episode instead of like 30 seconds of him jogging and running up the stairs and shadow boxing.
Rocky's way longer than 30 seconds,
long.
dude.
I just watched that recently, actually.
It's way longer.
Even 5 minutes, but it's not, 45 minutes.
I don't think that. Yeah, those episodes were short though. Falcon and Winter Soldier.
They were like 30, 38 minutes.
They were in the 30s.
Minutes.
Yeah. I will say that's the thing that makes me feel weird about Hawkeye is the episodes are pretty long. Like especially the first two, that was almost 2 hours.
Yeah, this one was 40 minutes. This last.
This was the shortest one of them all. Yeah.
Oliver, did you ever get into Schitt's Creek? I don't remember if you had said that you did.
Colleen has seen all of them though, and she loves the show. But I haven't seen them yet.
Oh, okay.
How far are you, Frank?
We're just about to finish season 2.
Nice. So you like it?
And I can't say that I do, but I can't say that I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Or well, I can't say, yeah.
What if I told you it only gets sweeter?
It's getting better little by little. I think
no, but I specifically meant sweeter, as in like
sweeter, like
they get nicer, whether or not they want to every season.
Yeah, I mean,
the shit gets nicer.
The shits.
Yeah.
No, everyone. Everyone's just growing on me. I think I just had to learn who they were, and I think if I were to rewatch it, I would probably be more endeared to them because I know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But man, you have to invest a lot of time to get to know everybody on that show, and that's
you do.
That's the hardest sell. Like it's so hard to be like, hey, Oliver, you should watch this show. You'll like it after 2 seasons. Like
people love it.
I definitely liked it faster than that, but I could see how it would be hard for some people to take it because like I did try to watch it years ago and I got 10 minutes in and I'm like, nope. And I just turned it off. And I was like, I can't watch this. Like it was just too much of it. But Pandemic, I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. It won all the Emmys. Let's see what this is. And I actually gave it the chance it deserved. And it's an amazing show if you're willing to put that effort into it, it gives back as much as you give it, pretty much. Like the more effort you give it, the more it rewards you for it. So
I've laughed more at Yellow Jackets out loud than I have at Schitt's Creek at all.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets, I will say,
Yellow Jackets.
I am bummed that.
Do you have Showtime, Oliver?
It is weekly.
I don't.
No.
It's pretty cool. It's a new show that just started a month ago on Showtime. It's basically like
it's
like,
Lost with the high school soccer team.
It's Girl Lost. It's all girls, and but the cool thing is you get to see them grown up after. So a high school soccer team their plane crashes way out in the wilderness.
Do they eat each other?
Yes. But somehow some survive.
Yeah.
And so the show,
and they hint at some kind of greater depravity that happened on the island.
Yeah, and so the show jumps back and forth between 25 years later and their time as teenagers in that wilderness. They were, by the way, the show explains to you that they were trapped there for 19 months.
Was it 1919? Holy shit!
19 months.
Do the same actresses play themselves?
No.
Okay.
No, but it's cool because in the first episode it's a little confusing because you're trying to pay attention to the names and you're trying to figure out which one is which.
So there's an Asian one, a black one.
There is a black one. There is a black one. I don't think there's an Asian one.
What?
But it's Christina Ricci and Juliette Lewis are the two main actors, or the two famous actors.
Juliette Lewis's younger self does not look like Juliette Lewis.
No, but Juliette Lewis's younger self does massive amounts of drugs, so I believe that she could turn out to look like Juliette Lewis.
I do agree with that statement.
Yeah. She's had
it rough on the show, so she could metamorphose to Juliette Lewis, but I didn't see it initially. I thought another character was going to be Juliette Lewis.
Yeah, but the one that Christina Ricci is, I'm like, yeah, I get it. I see it for sure. And then the other two are less famous, and they're pretty spot on. They look almost identical to their younger counterparts. But it's cool because it's lost in that you're getting a little bit of the story revealed, and there's more mysteries being added. You learn that they weren't necessarily the only people in the woods.
They were just drinking the whole time.
Yeah, that's going to be the finale I'm hoping for.
And then he'll table flip. But it is a cool show. It is cool. Frank recommended it to me like a couple weeks ago, and then again last week. So Lindsay and I watched it, and I watched 5 minutes of it by myself, and Lindsay just kind of like gravitated towards it. And she's like, what's this? And I'm like, I explained it, and she's like, I'm watching this now, and like she really likes it a lot.
I'm like up to now.
Yeah, she doesn't. I will say it's got a little bit of a horror flair to it. Like it definitely feels like there's gonna be horror in it, but like we're not. I mean, there's a little bit at the very beginning, but like it's very drip feed. So like it's hard to say like if people who have aversions to horror will enjoy it when it's over. You know what I mean? Because I don't know how graphic it's gonna get. Like it's hard to say.
But it seems like more psychological and not just like jump cuts. You know what I mean?
There's no jump cuts so far. Yeah.
I like psychological. I like.
But they definitely eat people. They eat people for sure.
I saw Alive.
That's yeah. I mean, cool. Like you can't even really blame them at a certain point, right? 19 months, of course they ate people, right? Yeah. But that's kind of the whole thing. Is like none of them tell their story. Like they all keep it secret, and so the whole world, there was probably a time when they were all in the media cycle, but then just like everything, like it fades away, and so then they just go and have their normal lives. But like anybody who still knows who they are is always like, yeah, but like you can tell me like what really happened, and they never say. They never want to say what really happened because that's their thing that they live through, and they don't feel like anybody else deserves it.
There's like a weird bond that they have, which is weird because like it has to be something strong for people not to sell each other out for like millions of bucks. They're offered like 7 million or something, right?
But there's definitely a Lord of the Flies vibe going on. Like where like you guys did some shit that you are not, because there was like 20. How many is a soccer team, right? And plus the coaches. Like it's a lot that start but the fast forwards are 4 actresses.
That's a DK
4,
question for the soccer team one.
Yeah.
Is
But
DK
anyways,
still here, or did
he
he
might
leave
still
with
be.
the
Oh
win?
no, he's not here right
gone.
now.
He's gone.
He's not here either right now.
Well, that
But
was
yeah,
a DK question. But
if you can get a Showtime account, you should check it out. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll stream somewhere more accessible than Showtime.
Is this supposed to be about anything, or is this tangents off of Hawkeye and Marvel and stuff?
Oh, this show is whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Especially after 3 shots in and the hot sauce. The hot sauce is fading, by the way. I'm okay now.
You're not even sweating. That's crazy.
I handle hot sauce pretty good. I will ask because like I always like to show off all the new figures I got, but I'm curious if Oliver recognizes any of these because I got some new ones.
Captain Britain.
Nice. What team is he from?
Something.
If you don't know, just make
Force, right? Is there a Force?
Force Unleashed. He's from the
Force? X-Force?
No Force. There's no Force. He believes in consent. There's no Force at all.
He has to get in writing.
Gosh, it's been a while.
Does this help?
Banshee. Yep, that's Banshee. That's him.
It's Megan. It's Megan.
Megan Trainor.
Yeah, Megan Trainor. Yeah.
It's all about the base.
I could show you the base if you need to see it.
Siren.
I would want to be me too.
No, it's Megan. Her name is Megan. I already told you her name.
Megan? That's not a superhero name. Her name is Megan. Code name Megan.
Her real name is Sally. But she thought it'd be cool to make it Megan. So
she's Fae folk. She's Fae folk. I think she's Irish.
What would she do? Kitty Pryde?
Oh, there you
go. That is, aka Shadowcat. Yeah. She actually does come with the dragon. I didn't put it on her neck.
I was hoping you were gonna say like the Night Fox or something like that.
They're from Excalibur.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But that was a box set that came all 3 of them together, with Lockheed the dragon as well, and the sword and stuff. And then I got this. It's just the Human Torch.
It's Human Torch.
Yeah.
Why is he standing like that?
Because he's been laying on my table and I didn't really pose him.
Oh, okay. It looks I
did all my photos. I did all my photos with these.
It looks like he's doing the Peanuts dance.
No. I did all my photos and I was really bummed because Lindsay Lindsay bought me this mechanical arm that I use to mount the camera to, and so I can get cooler angles and stuff. Like I can get top down and stuff.
Oh,
and,
is it the one on Amazon that you have to build?
No, it looks like
Dummy from. Oh, okay, never mind.
No, it kind of looks like Dummy from Iron Man. Sure, I guess.
Yeah,
so. There's a lot of them.
There's one that I saw that I was interested in buying. Can you show it?
No, because the story that I was trying to tell you.
Oh, sorry.
The other day, I woke up to a loud crash, and we didn't bother to get up and find out what it was. But the next morning, I came into my office and it was my camera and the arm down on the ground. And luckily it did not break my camera, but because they have a vice grip that they use with padding, and the padding just came off of it and the whole thing just decided to fall because I had it hanging over the edge of my workbench.
How heavy is your camera?
Not very heavy, but the arm is probably heavy with it, so.
Because the arm that I was seeing was rated to only be able to hold 2 pounds or 3 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, the camera's not that heavy. It's
not,
but anyways, so I can't show it to you because it's in the garbage now.
Oh, you threw it away? Oh man, I would gladly take it off you to fix it.
I think Lindsay threw it away. I'll check. I can ask her.
If you don't have it, I'll pay shipping for it. If you don't want it,
it's $30. It's $30, dude. You could just go buy one for $30.
Wait, so is it an arm with servos? Does it have servos?
No.
Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind.
No, you can just get it on Amazon. Yeah.
No, because I saw one, I saw a kit on Amazon, and I was all like, oh man, I kind of want to get this, and I'm all like, no, I could just build one. I'll just buy the parts at Home Depot, and then put an arm together.
Yeah.
Because the one that I saw was only rated to hold 3 pounds, and I wanted one to hold at least 10, because I want a mechanical arm to hold up my monitors, so that I can move them at a whim. I don't know why. I just wanted to. It's just something I got in my head.
That's what you do with disposable income.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. First world
Nice.
activities, I guess.
Yes, activities. But yeah, that's what we do, Oliver. Sometimes we get really ridiculous and talk about what's going on in our home, or sometimes we talk about other stuff. Like last week, we had our guest Joel, who that guy will not stop talking about how he doesn't
this is
want
the one
to.
that wants to join our D&D?
Yeah. But he strongly believes that Superman should never be played by a black actor, and he now believes that Mr. Fantastic will ruin his childhood if it's played by anybody other than a white actor.
Well,
It's pretty funny.
I don't like. Well, I don't fully agree. I also understand what he's saying, because Ariel not being a redheaded white girl.
I know this is why I brought that up to you, because I knew that it would tickle your emotions as well. I think, but the argument is that it ruins your childhood, and I don't think it does. I don't think that a black Ariel in any way takes away from the Ariel that you love. They can both exist, and they can both satisfy different audiences. You know what I mean?
But it's like, I won't watch this one. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just
yeah.
Yeah.
But even if it were a white Ariel, I mean, you would watch it and probably be disappointed with the live action Disney rendition of it.
Yeah, I've never fully watched the live action Beauty and the Beast, and that's all white people, right? Like,
I did, and that was rough. That was some rough stuff.
But I watched Aladdin, and I was pleasantly surprised that Will Smith did a different version of Genie, and now I like both.
Yeah,
they can just.
I don't want to. I disagreed with Will Smith's Genie, so
I don't like it either. Oh, you didn't watch it? You didn't watch it?
No.
Oh, okay.
His dumb rap talking. No.
I thought he was going to go more heavy with the rap.
I've heard because it comes up on Disney Pandora, and I was like, oh, this is so fucking terrible. Like his versions of Robin Williams songs, like, fuck these. I just fast forward every time.
Do the Robin Williams songs come on Pandora? Because they're not on Spotify.
Maybe not. I don't know. I use Spotify now, but now the kids are more into like Disney Junior stuff. But when we were just playing Disney music, it was Pandora. I don't remember the Robin Williams stuff, but then like the Aladdin had come out, and it just felt like they were just shoving all those songs down our throats, and I was like, these are terrible.
Yeah, they don't.
My lights went off.
All they have is the Broadway versions of the songs, the Robin Williams songs, but they're not done by Robin Williams. Obviously, they're done by whoever does them. I think it's like Richard Dubois or something like that.
Oh, speaking of songs, I did have one fun fact or kind of like one side note that I wanted to bring up on Hawkeye, but I didn't have a place to squeeze it in. I did think it was really funny that this show is insistent on being a Christmas show, and to do that, they are choosing the most unorthodox of Christmas songs to play in the background.
Oh, yeah, Meliki Liki Maka.
They played Meliki Liki Maka, which I don't think I've ever heard outside of Christmas Vacation in a movie.
Only in a movie. Like Pandora, yeah.
Well, yeah, but in a movie, I don't think I've heard it other than in Christmas Vacation.
Have I? I don't think I have either.
We know the song and we love it, right? Because of Christmas Vacation, though, I think, right? Like, it's pretty iconic and tied to that one. I can't think of another movie. But did you recognize the other song that was playing when the LARPers were in the apartment?
No, I must have missed that.
They were straight up playing Bells, Bells, Bells from the Star Wars Christmas album. And that was Anthony Daniels in character as C-3PO singing. You should go back and listen to it. It's stupid.
That's funny.
Like, that's the song that's playing in the background.
But the last episode, I don't know what it was. It might have been just the boredom, but like it was almost a background watch. Like in my head, I was somewhere else and just background watching this. Like it was so weird.
Yeah.
And I don't intend to. I usually try to give my full attention to everything I watch, but man, my brain couldn't take it anymore. My brain was just over it.
Yeah. Earlier today, I was like, just like kind of like sarcastically or just like talking to Lindsay about like, I need to go and rewatch the episode at some point so I'm ready for the show. But I was like, do I really? And then I just for fun started like listening what happened in the episode. I'm like, well, let me think back to it. Let's see. The first thing is, oh, you're Hawkeye. Never mind. I'm not going to kill you with this sword. Ha ha ha. Right? Like we all knew that nothing bad was going to happen to him from the sword. And then, oh, okay, I guess Hawkeye is going to leave the house now and go do stuff. Hey, by the way, Hawkeye, I'm clearly evil, so I'm going to suggest gently that you stop hanging out with my daughter because it gets in the way of my evil things that I do. Yeah. And he's like, no, I probably won't do that. And then he leaves. And then what is the next thing? We should have LARPers hang out with us while we watch Christmas movies and do stupid shit. And then after all of the stupid shit is done, it's like, I think it's time to go to the location that my wife just told me where it is to go because we did nothing. We did no investigation at all. So let's go there. Oh, now there's bad guys. The end. Like that's excellent. That's the episode. Am I wrong?
And then it's all like, hey, remember Yelena? Remember Yelena?
Yeah.
Guys, remember Yelena?
Oh, I included her in then there's bad guys, but yes.
She's so badass that she could just shake her head no and like make a random person just not shoot an arrow.
But that's my big gripe with the show is I just don't feel like a lot is actually happening. Do I like the character moments that we get with Clint and Kate? Yes, I do absolutely love them. I think like Kate on the couch, like tuning out her mom and her mom's boyfriend, like while she's dreaming of like going and doing superhero shit with Hawkeye. It's super cool. Like I love her moment in the elevator with that random old guy, you know, like yes. I love all of it, but I just don't feel like they balance properly the amount of character moments versus actual moving the plot line, you know?
Well, it's like what they were saying, what you guys were saying about the inconsistent stakes. Like we need to have a very consistent, what clearly is at stake here? Are we supposed to be worried about Hawkeye missing dinner with his family and like all the Christmas stuff with his family? Or are we supposed to be worried about what the Tracksuit Mafia are going to do? Because they're not doing anything.
Yeah. And what's funny,
we're not doing anything we care about or know about.
And that might be the one thing wrong with Kate too, right? Is like her stakes are proving her mom is marrying a bad guy. And sometimes she's doing other stuff than trying to get to that point as well. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I don't know. That's the only thing I have a real problem with is like the urgency is missing from everything they do.
They all lose sight of their motivation.
Yeah, because of Christmas.
Because of Christmas, because we have to shove in that it's Christmas.
Yeah, losing sight of it. But you have to be reminded it's Christmas, and you just know they got each other gifts, right? Like they're gonna give each other gifts for Christmas, like because at some point during this mission, they had time to go get each other gifts. They did.
All right, what do you guys here? What's the prediction? What do you guys think they're going to gift each other?
Collapsible bow.
Collapsible bow. Okay.
100%. That's an excellent observation. She's probably going to give him his costume.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. If she gets a costume of her own. That doesn't count if she gives him the costume.
Bro, that's like when the Tracksuit Mafia guy bought his girlfriend Imagine Dragon tickets.
Yeah, Imagine Dragon tickets.
Bro.
I like Imagine Dragon.
By the way, I did watch the first episode of Arcane the other day. It's pretty fucking good.
The show's good, huh?
It's good. Yeah. If I mean, Oliver will probably discredit it because it's animation.
It's animation.
No, don't watch because it's just a cartoon show. So,
but
don't compare it to a live action show, and Oliver will be good.
Yeah, but you know the funny thing about it is Haley Steinfeld's in that too. But when I hear her, I don't hear Hawkeye and I don't hear Spider-Gwen. I hear a different character in that in what she's playing on Arcane. So it's pretty cool.
On the same note, like I can't ever, for the life of me, hear Bradley Cooper in Rocket Raccoon.
That's cool.
Like I don't hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Groot's Groot, but like I'm like it just blows my mind every time. Not blows my mind, but every time I was like, that's Bradley Cooper. Like it doesn't sound like him at all, right? Like I don't see.
Yeah.
I can't hear it.
It's fair. I don't really think of Vin Diesel actively when I'm listening to Groot either.
That's because he says 3 lines.
No, he says those with meaning and intent.
He recorded a bunch of it. How many was it? Like 43 different.
He really does. Like he does
crazy.
deliver it really well. I'm not knocking his ability as a voice actor. I think Vin Diesel's amazing as a voice actor. As a live action actor, not so much. Not so much.
What about family?
It's about family. Those memes have been great for that whole week that they were prevalent.
So I didn't really ask you, what do you guys think about the theory that Laura could be more important to this story than we made it believed?
I'm cool with
Laura is the
Linda Cardellini.
Linda Cardellini.
Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of think that's cool if it is, right? Because like a lot of the show, Hawkeye in general has taken a lot of shit for the way they just use his family as a prop, and it would be cool if at least the mom actually mattered to a story.
I think that would be great for this reason, and this is a reason that we've come back to ever since WandaVision, that it lends a little bit more to Age of Ultron. It adds a little bit more to just another layer to Age of Ultron that we didn't have previously.
That's true. Yeah.
Because you finally get to know. Are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about Hawkeye's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The one she's been helping him through the whole season, but in this episode, she made it very clear that it's important to her that Rolex and
that watch,
and anything else. Like she's like, "Are you sure nothing else is missing from the compound?" Like it was like a wink, wink kind of thing. Like he's like, "Shit, I don't know. I'll try to find out." Like she seems really invested in that, like more than any normal side character would be. Like a Jimmy Woo wouldn't care as much as she cares about what's going on, or any of Ant-Man's side characters.
Okay, you already said it.
Any of Ant-Man's side characters.
Jimmy Woo.
What's that?
Who doesn't love Jimmy Woo?
Jimmy Woo's great.
I like Jimmy Woo. I don't love that he and Darcy are responsible for monologuing the entire exposition of everything going on
for leading us through.
Yeah,
because that show is terrible.
I like Jimmy Woo in that the new Doogie Howser show.
Is that Doogie Howser show? What the
fuck? Dewey Kamealoha or something like that. Doogie Howser. Doogie Kamealoha. Yeah.
Kamealoha or something like that. Yeah.
Fuck.
I wanted to hate it, and I told my wife, we're gonna give it a chance. And then we watched the first episode, and we're like, I kind of like this. Let's watch more. And then we just like it, and we like it. And it's kind of cheesy. It's got all the Disney cheese tropes, but it's entertaining. And they did the theme song where I'm like, man, they better do the theme song like Hawaiian style. And they fucking do, with like a ukulele and shit.
That's cool. You know what I just realized, you reminded me, I never finished on Disney Plus, is that that show with Tony Hale and Christian Shaw, the one with the kids that are like solving puzzles.
Oh, the autistic League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, that one. And I can't remember what it's called. And the reason I never finished?
The Mysterious Benedict Society.
Yeah, they stopped solving puzzles every episode after a certain point. And I was like, God damn it, if you're not going to do the puzzles that we have a chance of figuring out, why am I even watching this? And so, like, it's not that I got mad at it. I just stopped being excited about it. Yeah. But I actually don't watch a lot of shows anymore besides, like, I watch The Masked Singer still. Do you still watch that, Oliver? You gave up? You gave up?
It's scripted.
This season was really good so far.
I might go through and just, like, fast forward and just see the reveals.
I will say one thing about it that it really is annoying to me is that every episode, somebody in the panel needs to say that, that was the best blah, blah, blah I've ever seen this entire season or on this entire show. And I'm like, bro, it can't always be better than everything you've seen the weeks before.
Right.
Like, it's an unrealistic expectation you're placing on the audience, and so, but it's pretty cool.
And Jamie Foxx.
And Jamie Foxx placing that like she's not allowed to say Jamie Foxx anymore, I think, because she just guessed too many times. If there's somebody that Jenny McCarthy believes is a black man under a mask, she will guess Jamie Foxx. She will. And you're not allowed to ask her how she knows it's a black man under that mask. But she knows. She knows, and she's pretty sure it's Jamie Foxx.
I never got into that show. I've been wanting to, but it looks too stupid.
Don't do it.
It's funny. It's funny because it's just all positivity. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Like it's just showering the world with positivity and like allowing you to like see people that you might hate in a totally different light because you don't know it's them.
You know they have Epstein on the show.
They did. They had Epstein and
No way.
and Weinstein. They did a duet together.
A duet.
It was beautiful. And then I was like, "Oh, you guys got me." No, they have not had.
They did the Titanic theme from the Celine Dion song.
Yeah. But as the show's gotten more and more popular, they have to rely less and less on shitty celebrities. Like they're in season 6 now, and they have pretty damn good celebrities at this point. You know,
but
that's cool.
The first episode of every season, they get a super big name and eliminate them for no reason. And then you're like, whoa, it could be anybody because this super A+ lister definitely didn't get hired just to do this one episode and get eliminated. Definitely.
I don't know why you care. I don't know why you care so much about who wins.
Because it ruins the illusion that it's an actual competition.
Fair.
Oh, so wait, no. So it gives the illusion of being an actual competition.
They do is they get a trophy at the end. That's it.
They just get a trophy. Competition program. It's a competition program.
It's if they survive the longest on the show.
Oh, so there's an element of survival. Okay, I thought it was just like they were doing it for fun, and then they reveal themselves after a number.
Most of the time, there's a survival element where like the lowest rated performance of the week gets voted off, and then when they get voted off, they have to reveal who they are.
And then they're like, "Oh, it's Eddie Murphy."
But sometimes somebody that Oliver thinks should have stayed gets voted off immediately, and then it's always like one of the biggest celebrities of the season.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So episode 1 of last season or 2 seasons ago, there was it's so obvious. I'm going to spoil it, but it's so obvious. It was fucking Rob Gronkowski. You could tell. It was like a 6'5" tiger. You could tell it was a white guy because it had no rhythm, rapping, and it was Rob Gronkowski, and it was terrible.
So and then
there was this like dragon that was rapping, and it was just like you could tell, like super on beat, like very talented rapper, and they eliminated that guy. And I was like, what? And then it was Busta Rhymes, and that was episode 1. I was like, wait, you kept Rob Gronkowski,
but it was so obviously Busta Rhymes too.
But it was so obviously Rob Gronkowski, and who was terrible, and then Busta Rhymes, who was good, and like they eliminated him. Like it was just so stupid.
Yeah, but
and then the season before that was who was it? The first episode that got Lil Wayne.
Oh, he got eliminated.
Yeah, the first episode. And so they get these big names.
But your argument is also it's called The Masked Singer, not The Masked Rapper. So you always want the rappers off the show anyways.
Yeah, I do. But like if it's Rob Gronkowski or Busta Rhymes, obviously Busta Rhymes should stay.
Yeah. This season has done a lot more to be like considerate of people's schedules and I think quarantine like things going on. So like one, they broke them off into groups, but they compete separately. They never merge the groups until the very end. And so what that means is like Group A will go for a couple weeks, and then Group B will go for a couple weeks, and then basically during that time when the other group is going, they don't have to be committed to the show and stuff. They can go do other stuff. So
right.
they have it's a smaller time commitment that they have for the show.
Okay.
And then until the end, they have a finale for each group, and then those two people go on to compete against each other next week.
Gotcha. Do they have professional singers, like actual, like Adele or something like that? Someone like that.
Yes, they have not had Adele yet on the show.
But I'm just saying, like that level of okay.
Well, no,
Yes.
Adele's like on a different level, but they've had
they have had
really,
really good singers.
There's
on that
always
show.
every season. There's a legendary black R&B.
They call it soulful.
Yeah, it's always some old ass black lady who was awesome before and can't sing anymore. But and then they just
disagree.
They just suck her dick every episode. Like, I don't know who you are, but this is we're obviously in the presence of a legend, and it's just so annoying until they get eliminated because they can't win.
Because they can't win.
Because they can't sing anymore. They were great in the 70s.
It's no, there's some really I wasn't even referring to them. There's this season, was it this season? I think it was this season. I'll spoil it. They had Tony Braxton.
Oh, cool.
And I was very impressed that they had Tony Braxton.
Can she still sing? I thought she was out of it.
She can, but they had to be very careful with her. So she actually had to wear a mask under her mask for COVID because apparently she has lupus.
Oh shit.
But so does Nick Cannon, and that doesn't stop him from being on the show. He's the host.
Having babies.
Yeah, and having babies and COVID. Nick Cannon got COVID last season on the show. And that was awkward because they just had to full on replace him for like 5 weeks.
Who they replaced him with?
Oh, is he the host?
He's the host. Niecy Nash.
Yeah,
Niecy Nash had to replace him for like 4 or 5 weeks.
She's funny. I like her.
They didn't really ever say Nick Cannon got COVID, but that was all over the news that Nick Cannon got COVID. So it's like it was no surprise that he was not on the show. But yeah, Tony Braxton was a big surprise, like for quality of singer. But they have some other ones that they've revealed. Like one they just revealed this week was like I was very impressed. Yeah.
You can tell me, Frank.
Yeah, I don't care.
Catherine McPhee.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait, so do they sing their own? Like, does Tony Braxton sing? Oh, okay.
They almost never sing their own songs because that's dumb. And that's the coolest part is a lot of people try intentionally to sing modern songs that maybe they're not associated with, but are popular. And sometimes they'll like to really throw the judges off. They'll sing with accents or they'll sing with like completely different genres. Like they'll sing a pop song one week and then a country song the next week. And then and a hard rock song, sometimes it's really cool to see like what they do, but like you would like some of the people that have been on the season, Frank. You would. That's for cool. Sure. Yeah. You would be pretty impressed.
Riley Reid.
No way.
Yeah,
no way! You're joking. You're joshing me. No way! That's awesome. She's one of my favorites.
That's awesome.
She is a trooper, though. That's what JR would say. She's a trooper.
She's a trooper, yeah. Oh man, I've heard JR say that about so many.
Yeah, she's a trooper.
She's a trooper.
Yeah. But anyways, that's Masked Singer is like I think the coolest thing about it is that most reality shows I hate because most celebrity reality shows I hate them because like they're bringing on like these C or Z list celebrities that are like struggling. I'm thinking Dancing with the Stars, right? And like, and then I don't want to hear your life story and why I should care about you, right? But the cool part about the Masked Singer is you actually don't get their life story because that would give away who they are. So you get like tiny little snippets of clues about their lives, and you go and you start liking them because you don't know who they are. and then it's only when they finally take the mask off, and you're like, oh, it's Sean Spicer. No, and
Shit, it's George Lucas.
it's never Sean Spicer, but you know what I mean. Like it's only then where you're like, like or sometimes you didn't like them and you only feel validated because they took the mask off and you're like, good, I didn't like you anyways. But most of the time, you actually appreciate the story that they tell because, like, at the end, when they always get asked, why did you do this show? And like, I think still one of my favorite ones, and I think it was the poster child for the show, was T-Pain, because T-Pain came into music. He actually is a professional singer, but when he came into music, it was when auto-tune was blowing up, right? So he became famous for being the auto-tune guy, but like he wanted to prove to people that he could do so much more. And he blew everyone away that entire season. And he showed the world that he's actually a really good singer, like without auto-tune. And that has been like one of the favorite stories of the show ever, is cool. Seeing artists that were pigeonholed being allowed to try and spread their wings and show what they can be.
So last season I watched.
That was the first season, bro. You watched so many seasons after that.
The first season was
T-Pain. T-Pain was the winner of the first season.
Oh, was that T-Pain?
Yeah. T-Pain was the first season.
And then W.
Yeah. The second season is also amazing, but like there's been like, I think the third or fourth season, the Sun, do you remember the Sun?
Yes.
She was so
the Sun,
a league above everyone else.
Yeah,
it wasn't even fair. But like, she's a full-on professional singer.
Correct.
They just blew the doors off of everybody and ended up.
Colleen knew like the first time she heard her. Oh, so yeah, Frank. This was a big name too, and she blew the doors off of.
But she had a cool story too, right?
Cool story.
Because like,
she's like.
Yeah, she's a hoe, is I think what you were saying, right?
No,
like,
she's a homewrecker. Like, people who know her story like actually don't like her.
Yeah, she's a homewrecker who was a famous singer that became notorious for things that had nothing to do with singing, and so people don't really want to hear from her anymore, right? But like, but when you hear her sing and that's all you know about her, you're like, God damn, that woman could sing. And then the mask comes off, and you're like, oh, it's you.
Shit, it's you, Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah. You can sing.
Was it her? Good. Was it her? Damn.
No. It was Leanne Rimes.
Oh, really? Leanne Rimes?
Yeah.
Leanne Rimes is amazing. I don't know why anyone would come down on her.
Because she's a homewrecker.
Who's home? I don't know any of that that.
Yeah. She ruined a marriage.
She stole whoever she's married to. Wait, is she still married to him?
I don't even know.
I don't remember, but she broke up a famous country marriage, and then stole a man away from whatever.
Yeah, she's insane. She won so many awards and
exactly.
Best new artist and like all this bunch of crazy shit back in the day. Like she was like one of the youngest like country music association. Like I want to say,
but she basically got canceled. For being shitty, and it had nothing to do with her talent, right? So the Masked Singer was like this cool experience for her because they accepted her, for her talent, and they just let her do her thing, and she kicked the shit out of everybody on that show.
That's pretty cool.
And
So like I'll watch. I'll go and skip all the shitty people. Like if I can fast forward it, I could. I skip all the backstory, all the clues, because the clues they don't even.
Oh, they give you clues.
They give you clues.
Wait, so they actively try to get the audience to guess.
Yes. And the judges, and so like the judges eventually they start giving out awards to the judge who does it best too. Like in the first 2 seasons, the judges are like, I guess we're just supposed to sit here and suck each other off and be like, yeah, you guys are amazing. Nice, but like it wasn't until like the 3rd season that they like started saying, oh, you know what? The stakes are better if the judges are competing against each other too. So whoever gets the most guesses right gets the golden ear trophy at the end of the season.
That's cool.
And every season they just compete with each other all over again. Yeah. And the judges are interesting because they're also kind of like a mixed bag of awful people. But like
Yeah,
you can't
they
but you
are.
can't but you can't argue that they have been around Hollywood and
They're talented.
and
Yeah.
so much like that they must know a ton of people. So like it's Robin Thicke, which
Oh shit! You know,
yeah,
I just watched Blurred Lines, the unrated video. Have you ever seen that?
yeah.
It's just like
That's the only one I've ever seen. Why would you ever watch the
Yeah.
other one? Like,
I
yeah.
watched it just for comparison, just because I was curious about it.
It's
No,
it's
that's
it's
the
it's
original.
it's Robin Thicke,
Funny.
Jenny McCarthy,
The
All right.
original
uh
anti-vaxxer.
yeah,
Oh yeah, she's the
the
anti-vaxxer.
original anti-vaxxer before everybody was doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicole Scherzinger.
I don't.
She was the lead
Pussycat
singer
Doll.
of the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh, the Pussycat Dolls. Okay, yeah.
The
yeah.
one
She's
that-
not she's not a terrible person. She's just too.
she's just famous for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? Like she's not famous for actually being a good singer in a singing group. She's famous for being the most attractive one in the singing group that can kind of carry a tune, kind of, you know. And then oh man, this is gonna suck when this goes live next week, isn't it?
We're gonna
now
lose our
Nicole-
mass singer.
I'm just stating facts is all right, like that's all I'm saying. But then Ken Jeong is there,
but he's only there because he's the executive producer.
But also he's adorable and I love him, and he has a love affair with Nick Cannon. The two of them are just great together.
He does
Is
these.
he
He
gay?
does these.
No,
he does these.
it's a
he's
bromance.
married.
It's a bromance.
He does these shticks that are just so annoying, and
He's
it's
funny.
just like,
He's
I
funny.
know exactly who this is, and then gives the dumbest fucking guesses every fucking episode.
Oliver's so
every
cynical,
person.
man.
Like,
Where was that cynicism when we were talking about Hawkeye? That's what
I don't
wanted.
hate it. I don't hate it. But
So
like every person, I know exactly who this is. Oh, this is fucking someone like Michael Jackson. Like, you know, the dumbest guess ever, and it's just like so stupid.
I will say that as the show's gone on more and more, I care less about trying to guess it because it's too hard. It's gotten too hard. It used to be really easy. Like in the first season, like one of the first people to go is like Tommy Chong.
Oh wow,
And,
Tommy Chong.
and,
That's cool.
and I mean, but like as soon as he starts singing, you're like, well, that's Tommy Chong. Because like who else sounds like Tommy Chong? You know what I mean? Like no one. Like you can hear like two notes come out of his mouth, and it's like that's Tommy Chong.
You're Tommy Chong. That's
but and so thankfully he got eliminated pretty early because it's like don't bleed us on with this one. This is dumb. But now it's hard. It's really hard for me to tell. So like I don't try as hard with the guesses anymore because like
so just skip the clues, skip the judge guesses, and just watch the performance. And then watch the eliminations, and that's all you need. You just skip everything else.
Probably you could enjoy the show with just that. But I like the judges' guesses because they're funny. But anyways, I know I'm losing Frank on this Masked Singer talk. So
I'm you got me more interested in the show, but I don't know if I'm quite there to watching it yet.
Watch it the way Oliver says, and you might like.
Because I do agree with Oliver in a lot of things. I'm just
in general.
Yeah, just in general, but I'm not quite as cynical as Oliver yet.
It is very moving sometimes when you hear their reasons for doing this show, and a lot of them, you know, like because they fully acknowledge COVID, you know, like it's a thing that's going on in the show. It actually kind of works to the benefit of the show because they have to be isolated from most people anyways. Like they don't get to they have to rehearse by themselves, you know, like they don't get to like reveal themselves. They have to wear a mask all the time on the show, always. That was always part of the show anyways, is even behind the scenes they have to wear a mask. So it's not very different for them, but now their assistants and stuff have to stand 6 feet away from them or whatever, you know, like so it's not very different, but like it is cool that, like they've done 2 seasons now during the pandemic. And it's fun because some people just come on the show because they want to add a little joy to the world. That the world's shitty right now, and they're like, I just wanted to do something fun, you know, and so that's why they come and do that. And
it's their job to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I appreciate the positivity of that show. That's what I get. Like, if you want, is it some good news? No. But guess what? It's still on TV, where the fuck is some good news now?
Yeah, some
Yeah,
good news
he
is
sold
long
it
gone.
and then it's gone. He
Some
sold
good
it.
news just got it just left such a bitter taste in my mouth when that happened. Like it's just gone, and we don't have it. We don't get it back, and it will never be that again. Like that's so.
Just like Cowboy Bebop, it's gone.
It's gone.
It'll never be back.
Have you watched it? Is it good or?
I did not watch it
I
because
did
it
not
looked
watch
like
it either.
it looked like utter shit. And besides that, Radar was all like hyping it up. He's all like, "Oh, it's so good," and I'm all like, "No, that tells me it's not good."
You know what? You know what I watched today before or when we were having dinner. First episode of The Expanse.
You're restarting it?
No, sorry, of the new season.
The last season.
The new season. It dropped. It dropped today.
Yeah, it's going to be the final season.
Yeah, but to be fair, I can't binge it. They're doing one episode a week.
Yeah.
So I watched the one episode that's available right now.
So did you end up liking the whole thing?
Oh yeah, we do. I will say, Frank, did you ever catch up?
I didn't watch the show. I still haven't watched the show because I was waiting for the last book to drop.
I can say this.
I can read it.
I can say this without spoiling, because I think I mentioned it to Frank before.
I know a few of the spoilers.
I don't like. I didn't like that a main character had to get taken off the show because of Me Too. Like that's unfortunate, but
Holden got taken off.
No. I said a main character.
Oh.
A main character was killed at the end of last season but in reality, it's not because it's the way it happens in the books. It's because of Me Too.
It was the black girl.
No, I said I'm trying not to spoil this for Frank.
She got Me Too.
So they a very important character on the crew of the Rocinante got Me Too'd. And so they killed this character. Are you not caught up?
I'm only on season 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm at the end. I'm at the end of season 2.
Okay, yeah, I was definitely hooked by season 2. By season 2, I was like, "This is amazing."
I'm okay on it.
I was full on hooked because, like, what's his face? Thomas Jane.
Yeah,
Thomas Jane sells the shit out of that show. You think he's gone?
Well, he hasn't been around all season 2. All right. Well, he's back, but he's not in this season. So is it like season 2 of The Wire with Ziggy?
He's definitely in season 2. He is definitely in season 2. He is in season 2.
He's not in season 2.
He's in season 2. But anyways, he's also he's one of the executive producers on the show. So he's always there whether or not he's in front of the camera.
He's the best character in the book, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's amazing. But you would be surprised. He's on the show more than you think he would be, based on the way season 1 ended.
Yeah, but especially after a certain point. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's still on the show for a lot. I wouldn't say. Yeah, he's in at least 50% of the show. I'd say probably something like that. But maybe a little less. But the more recent seasons, not so much. But what I was gonna say is the character that got canceled. It sucked for the show to have to do that, knowing because I knew the behind the scenes. Like I knew, this guy was like using his celebrity to go and like try and pick up on underage girls and stuff like that, and it's just
underage
it's gross.
Girls.
Yeah, it's gross. But here's the thing:
how much celebrity? I mean, the crew of the Rocinante isn't exactly like star power.
Hey, I'm pretty sure they're pretty big in Canada, though. I'm just saying.
Well, what's up, kids? You want to?
Yeah.
Hey, my battleship.
But the interesting thing is, like, while I had a really bad taste in my mouth at the end of that season, this episode helped me a lot because, like, when you have a Me Too situation, it's almost like scorched earth, right? You just want to like burn it all and just not ever reference that character ever again, and like just let's just move on. But this the first episode of the new season actually did the opposite of that. And while they don't show his character, they never bring the actor back because they ain't doing it. They do a good job of like separating the art from reality. And so it's about how would the characters react to this loss that they've experienced. And so they make you feel the sadness of it without feeling in a real way. You know what I mean? In a meaningful
They
way.
still try to make you feel sad for this guy who
They make you feel
was a
sad for
bad
the
person.
character, not the actor. They're trying to make you feel sad
It's
for the
one
character.
and the same, essentially.
No, but they're basically making the point that it's not one and the same, and so
Right.
you can feel bad that the character's dead without being mad at why they had to get rid of him. You know what I mean? Like I was pretty happy with that, but like
it's not
but
like on Lost when they drunk drived and got kicked out of the show or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Just unceremoniously killed him off.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm excited for you, Frank, because you don't have to go through the whole year of waiting for it. Because like last episode that I saw was back in, I don't know, was it last year?
I think it was last year. Yeah,
I think it was last year. I saw it and I was like, oh man, what a bummer. Oh, he got Me Too, gross. And then I had to like sit around for like stewing for like a year and be like, oh, this is gonna be so awkward when they come back and he's not there anymore. And
so they address it immediately and then make you love it. Does he save some underage girls or something from like underage girls in a ship and he saves them?
He's not in the show, but you get to see how each individual character on the Rossi is dealing with their emotional baggage that comes with the character being gone. Even though time has passed, they're still feeling bad about it. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Like it's better than just like, what are we doing next, Captain? It's better than that. So
it show's pretty smartly written. It's one of the best sci-fi, I think, books that I've read in like a while, actually.
Yeah.
I can't even think of the last one that I read that I thought was really good.
It's a great show, and I'm just worried. I'm very, very worried that this season is going to not be able to fulfill all the expectations because they already announced last week that this season is only 6 episodes long.
Oh no!
And
no!
They're Game of Thrones in it, guys. They're Game of Thrones in it. And so I'm really worried about it because it's like, okay, you took a whole episode to just kind of remind people where they are. Now you got 5 left. Like you only got 5 left. Please don't Game of Thrones this. Like
no.
So because there's a lot of shit to wrap. There's.
You think Naomi's gonna go crazy and just kill everyone?
I'm a little worried, but I'm opening my mind to it and just letting you. But Oliver, I highly recommend you just binge it because the show gets diminishing returns if you go away from it for the longer you go away from it. Like it's really hard to retain all of the details. Right. Like this is not even the first time I've ever tried watching the show. It took me 3 tries over the last 4 or 5 years before I finally got hooked on it.
I remember that.
And what's crazy is it was the 3rd try that Lindsay and I just got full on hooked, binged the whole fucking thing, and then I went back and watched the first few episodes again because I was like, I'm pretty sure I missed stuff, and I rewatched them again, and I'm like, now I get it all. So I've watched the first episode 4 times. Like in my life.
Background watching it or like real?
No, you can't background watch the show. That's the problem. Okay. That's why we failed the first 2 times. Is we were trying to background watch it the first 2 times we ever watched it, and you can't. It's just one of those shows you can't because there's so much. It's so dense. There's so much information being presented to you.
I think that's why it's hard to just keep going because it's just so dense. Yeah,
it's really dense. Yeah.
It was my it was my counter to Battlestar Galactica because I tried to watch Battlestar Galactica and I just hated it.
Oh no!
Oh, that's a bummer.
I was like everything like about the show. I should like it's sci-fi, it's space, and then I was like, I just really don't care about any of these people. Like I powered through like 2 seasons. I was at the end of the 2nd season. I was like, when does this get good? I didn't care about people on Earth. I didn't care about the Adonis or whatever. It was just like, just die. Everyone die. I don't care. Like
Admiral Adama.
Yeah, the Admiral Adama, the ship, the space people, the clone people.
Mr. Adamas. Mr.
hurts.
Adamas
It
and his
hurts. It
kid.
hurts. You're hurting
His kid,
me.
baby Adamas.
I love that show so much. You know, it's
That show's
created
great.
by the same guy who was the main head writer for Star Trek: The Next Generation.
That's cool.
Huh.
Yeah, it is
That's a
pretty
good show.
cool.
I wish there was a Star Trek show that was as good as Star Trek: The Next Generation.
I still argue that Deep Space Nine was, but in a different way.
You know, Deep Space Nine was. I'll give you
Yeah,
Deep Space
it
Nine.
was just different because they weren't traveling, you know, but they still got a lot of really cool stories.
I think it definitely peaked for me. I think it peaked at Next Generation. Deep
For
Space
me,
Nine
it
was
peaked-
good though. It was solid.
For me, it peaked at Deep Space Nine. Yeah, and I've never even tried to watch the other shows.
I feel like it plateaued at Deep Space Nine. Like it hit a level. It felt like
All
Deep
right,
Space Nine
that's fair. That's
felt
fair.
like more of a
That's
spin-off of Next Generation. Even though it wasn't, it felt like a spin-off of the Next Generation, kind of.
That's fair. I would say it plateaued but I think it plateaued in the middle of Deep Space Nine at some point.
Okay, yeah,
because they were concurrent shows for a couple of years, actually.
that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
And then that's right, because O'Brien joined the
and
cast
Worf.
and Worf, yeah.
Oh. But then whenever they did movies, Worf still got to leave Deep Space Nine to go do movies with everybody else.
He's like, gotta go, guys.
He's like, I gotta go. Can I borrow the Defiance really quick? I gotta go do a mission in a cooler story. Anyways, I know we said we were gonna go play Fork Knife, and I'm still fine with it. But I wanted to tell you guys really quick so that if you do try and play it, the dark patterns that I saw in it. So it's got a season pass, right, or a battle pass.
Yeah, battle pass.
It's basically the same thing as a season pass in Division or Avengers
or Apex
or any of those.
Has one,
but or Ultimate Alliance even had one too. Remember that?
No shit. For 3,
they added them to Ultimate Alliance 3, yeah, so that you would just have stuff to keep unlocking as you kept playing the game, right?
Wait, per character in Ultimate Alliance?
No, Ultimate Alliance just had season passes, or sorry, not passes, but they just had like season,
like something you unlock, like by
the more you play during this season, you could just unlock extra stuff. Yeah. It was when they were dropping new costumes in every 3 months or something like that. Okay. Anyways, we've seen it all in a bunch of things, but here's the weird part about the ones in Fork Knife that I don't remember being there like this before. So you have I guess I don't know what it is. I'm gonna guess the battle pass is $10. I have no idea how much it actually is. $10. And then you're signed up for the whole season, right? Which I guess Ricky was saying is 3 months long.
Right.
And so during that time, you play, you do different shit. There's tons of quests and stuff now in the game that all get you XP. Obviously, winning gets you XP. You know, getting in the top 25, all these different things get you XP.
Right. Just like every other.
Yeah. You're just constantly being rewarded for the positive behavior of playing the game, right?
Right.
Then when you level up, you get a star. You get you level up and you get a star. And a star is basically this soft currency that you can earn in the game. And also remember there's the hard currency of V-Bucks. Right. So V-Bucks is the stuff you can actually pay money for.
Okay.
And if you're too shitty at playing the game, you can spend V-Bucks to buy levels. Right. Okay. Which essentially, when you buy levels, you also get a star for each level you unlock, right? Okay. So you buy 50 levels, you end up with 50 stars. Now, here's the trick. As you're leveling up, you're unlocking pages of the battle pass, right? So page 1 is the first 10 levels. So when you hit level 10, you can now buy all the things on page 1 or unlock. You can claim the rewards. That you claim rewards, then page 2 is at 20, page 3 is at 30, and so on. Spider-Man's on page 10. Spider-Man's on page 9, but then the black suit is on page 10. So you can unlock Spider-Man if you get to level 90, and then you can unlock black suit at 100.
At 100.
But here's the trick, and they even have like a nice fancy button for you, like if as you're unlocking pages, you have all these rewards you can claim, right? They even have a fancy button that says claim all rewards. so that you don't have to go and manually claim each one, right? So you can just hold triangle to claim all rewards.
Okay.
But what I didn't realize, I didn't really pay attention to, is it's not like every other game where you claim rewards. You actually have to pay the soft currency to claim rewards. So each reward costs a certain number of stars.
Mm.
And the other trick is every page is a lot of different cosmetic shit and one cool skin.
Mhm.
The skin you cannot claim until you've claimed all the rewards on that page.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Some of the rewards on a page sometimes are V-Bucks, so you can actually earn money, you know,
For being good at the game.
for playing the game, yeah. But you got to spend like 2 or 3 stars to unlock, you know, the
Right.
V-Bucks. But so
Okay.
what I didn't realize is I thought because, you know, claim all rewards, I'm like,
So
why would I not?
You're
Why would I not
you're
claim
using all
the
your
rewards?
V-Bucks.
No, not the V-Bucks.
He's
The
using
stars.
the stars, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
using my
yeah.
stars. And I had accumulated a bunch of stars from before that I don't even remember, you know, like from like previous games and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I unlocked everything and I still didn't have enough to get to Spider-Man. But I was like, okay, I guess I got all this other random shit. And it wasn't until later that I realized, fuck, I didn't have to claim any of those things.
Right.
I could have just kept going to Spider-Man and then like spend my stars to just unlock page
The
9.
things that you wanted.
Just do page 9 because in order to get Spider-Man, you have to clear all of page 9.
Okay.
But clearing page 9 does not mean you have to clear pages 1 through 8.
So you can clear page 9 and then just get the suit itself, and then that's it. You're done.
Or if you want, you could clear page 10 and get the black suit and
get the
everything,
black, yeah.
and all.
But
There's
bare
extra
minimum,
black suit stuff too, yeah.
But bare minimum, if I wanted Spider-Man, just clear page 9 and just get the suit, and that's it.
Yeah, so get bare minimum, level up to 90, and then only like, and by 90 you'll have 90 stars, which is way more than enough to unlock a page. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But 90 stars is not enough to unlock 9 pages. That's the trick. Like it costs more stars to unlock a page than you earn in one season.
Got it.
Yeah. So
just go straight for Spider-Man. That's it.
So go straight for Spider-Man is what I'm saying, because I did not. And now I have a whole bunch of other random characters and random shit, and they're cool. But the other cool thing about the game is like you can make presets or loadouts, which are just cosmetic. It's the whole game is just cosmetic.
Yeah,
you can make loadouts, and I think there's like an infinite amount of loadouts you can save, and then you can put them on shuffle. So every time you play the game, you can just use one of your different characters that you unlocked and stuff.
Basic jabroni guy.
So I actually just I looked at all the random shit that I unlocked on accident because I spent all the currency, and they're cool looking characters, and so I made a loadout for each of them. So only 3 of my loadouts are Spider-Man related, and then like I have 15 other ones that are not. So but it makes it a little bit more variety, so that you don't get tired of just constantly seeing the one thing.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but just recognize that they're dirty about that claim rewards, because like claiming rewards should be I earned this thing.
Yeah, I'm just claiming it, not buying rewards. Yeah, this is not buying all rewards.
It's buying rewards. Yeah, and so that's dirty and weird. And to know that you're spending $10 to do that pass, and then you're not even actually entitled to all the things unless you spend the other currency. That's weird. But it does mean that if you're a Marvel fan, you can streamline and just get the Marvel stuff really easy and not have to worry about all the other shit. But
that's pretty good.
Or a DC fan or a Matrix fan, or
can you still get the Batman shit? Can you still get all the skins, all the past skins?
Not that I know of. Not unless they do another event. I think they've done 2 Batman events though. I think they've done it more than once.
Okay.
So, but anyways, I'm down to go screw around and play with you guys if you want for a little bit.
I still need to download it and everything. So maybe
it doesn't take that long to download.
How about the tutorial?
Tonight.
We have to do the tutorial, don't we? Oh, we don't. We could just play with you automatically.
Oh, you're going to do the intro video. It's like 2 minutes. It's,
Oh no, but is there a legit tutorial? There's no
No.
legit. Oh, okay. Well,
There's
fuck
no
it. Yeah,
tutorial.
I'll join you right now.
Yeah.
I'll,
All right.
I'll download it tonight. I have to get up early for the kids tomorrow, so I'll
All
join
right.
you another night.
Well,
But
okay. Cool. Well, then I'm gonna end this show right now.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out.
Dun-dun-dun.
Later.
Later.